Hi, welcome back to Raunchy Reality Recaps, and in this video we're going over Love During Lockup. Now in this one we're going over Jade and Chris, and when we start out it's in Naples, Florida. It's at Jade's house, but you'll find out a little bit more information on that when we get into it. Now we go in there, Jade's with her mom. They're getting ready for a party for her sister's 30th birthday, and she's on the phone with Chris. Now Chris is talking to her, telling he misses her, and she told him that I'm wearing the ring that you got me. And that's when she cuts to an interview scene, and she's talking about how she's not crazy, but she kind of went on a pen pal website, curious, and she sees Chris, and she's like, oh well, I can't believe somebody that handsome committed a crime. And it's like, girl, have you seen the news at all? And since you were born or something? Come on. We know plenty of cases where there's good looking men and women that commit plenty of crimes, okay? And I mean, you signed up for Love During Lockup, so I know you probably watched the show before. I mean, you forget the cast members. I mean, I'm not going to say a lot of them were good looking or lookers, but you had a handful. I mean, Heather, Heather, y'all know her? Yeah. Her man Dylan. I'm just going to put that out there. Anywho. So she gets off the phone with Chris after he, tells her he wants her to call back. She's like, well, I'm going to be with my friends partying because it's a party. She's going to be busy, dude. And anyways, so he's like, well, can you call me back? She's like, well, maybe in an hour. So she gets off the phone with him, and you can see her mom in the background was kind of like, kind of like over that, kind of, that, like, the thing when you get in the back of your head and you realize that, no, that's not right. Yeah, that's kind of like what, I'm horribly explaining it, but it's kind of like what her mom was kind of looking like she over that ish. So anyways, she has her two friends come over, and they go in the back and they start talking about how she's basically living the life. And that's when Jade explains that Chris, apparently he is part of a tribe on a reservation, a tribe that has a casino, and he gets around 10 to 12,000 a month, which I'm starting to really think like I need to go find out what tribe I belong to, because I know my great grandmother is full-blooded American Indian, and I don't talk to my mom that much, so I don't know that much, but I'm starting to think like maybe, do I got a percentage enough for this? Can I? Or I know we're all thinking like, what's the percentage we got to be, and what tribe is that? So anyways, he gets that money each month, and he's basically bought everything for Jade. He bought the house, he bought a huge camper, like one of those little RV ride-on things, like those dune buggy things, a huge truck, and I'll put all the pictures as well. And the house has a nice pool, because of course it's Florida. They have that nice cover, like you remember Ashley, which I miss Ashley. I wish she'd come back on the show, because I miss Ashley. But anyways, so she's telling in the interview how she basically has all this stuff, and then her friends start asking her about Chris, and they're like, if he has so much money, why did he get charged with robbery or burglary? And she basically saying that he had a substance abuse issue, and apparently her friends only thought he'd been locked up one time, but it was exactly 7 times that he was locked up. And her friend seems really surprised about that, which when you're sitting there, you're trickling down information, yeah, you're going to get people caught off guard. Okay, so it actually hits nighttime, and her sister, the one that they're holding the birthday party, comes over, and she starts basically partying, pouring drinks and everything, and then they're at the bar surrounded by everybody, her friends and her dad, and they start asking about her tattoo of Chris, and then she shows the one on her arm, but they're like, dude, you have one on your butt. So everybody's like, come on, show it. And her dad's like sitting back mortified. She shows a tattoo. It's like a heart with Chris's name in the middle, and her dad's like, I don't even have one of your mom. Like, her dad's like literally horrified at this. And which, I'm sorry, as an adult, I still wouldn't invite my parents to a party I would have as an adult, because you know what, I want to have fun and I don't want my parents looking at me weird, you know what I mean? So her sister goes in an interview. We see an interview that they did with her sister, and she's talking about how, you know, they love each other, Chris and Jade, but Chris doesn't trust Jade, and that's an issue. And then we go to see where Chris is continually, steadily calling Jade. You know, her phone's in another place, she's not answering it. And then you see, you know, them partying some more, and then Jade finally picking up the phone. Well, Chris is already, you can tell he's already upset, asking her why she didn't pick up the phone. And then he's like, well, whenever you're with your friends or family and you're partying, you don't want to answer your phone. Like, dude, I think you answered your own question there. Like, you had all day to talk to this girl, and now you're upset because she's not taking 30 or 40 minutes or, you know, an hour out of her time with her friends while, you know, she's partying and everything, having a birthday party for her sister, and you're mad she's not taking time out of that. Like, dude, you literally had all day to talk to this girl. You talked to her earlier. You'll be fine. You know, you will be fine. And I think he really thinks, and this is why I don't really like him, because he really thinks all that money allows him to control her. Like, for her to be at his beck and call. Like, he hangs it over her head. So, yeah, I think, yeah. I don't know about this one. I think it's gonna last as long as he's putting out money and she's on his beck and call, basically. I think it'll last. But yeah, he gets mad, start talking about how, you know, whenever she drinks, she does that. And then I don't know if she hung up the phone, but it's sure something like it. It seemed like it. She hung up the phone. So that's all we have for this clip, and then we go into the next one. So in the next scene, you go to her mom. Jade's mom is outside, and I guess an interview, and she's saying, do I think Jade and Chris's relationship is toxic? And she says, yeah. And you see her mom like just almost break down. Like, you see like her cry. It took a lot on her. That relationship her daughter's having with him. I mean, she feels sad for her kid probably, and it's taking a lot out on her because she worries about her daughter. You know, like any good parent, probably worries a lot, and I feel really sorry about that. You know, really bad that her mom's having to, you know, having to go through this of, you know, you're not wanting your daughter to be in this relationship, but there's nothing really you can do about it. So yeah, I do think it's taken a huge toll on her parents, at least her mom. And then you see Chris talk about, you know, basically why he doesn't trust women and his problem with it, you know, because he says from a young age he saw his mom have men in and out of the life, and she would use them, they would use her. And so that's why he doesn't trust women, and he thinks they're shady, which I think that's really something he needs to, you know, get some help to get over with, because you shouldn't be treating everybody else depending on your relationship that your mom's had. And I think as parents, we need to realize what we do is how it ends up affecting your kids as well, how we live our lives in front of them. So yeah, you definitely see why Chris is kind of like he is, but again, there's no excuse for that, you know. So you see Jade's sister, her two sisters outside talking about Chris, and basically saying, you know, her one sister was like, you better not ruin my birthday, you know, because if Jade's sitting there having to worry about Chris mad or not, you know, she's not going to have a good time, and her friend's not going to have a good time, and everybody's, you know, it just ruins the moment. It ruins the whole moment. So she's talking about how Chris does this all the time. Like, if he will basically set up things for her to do and, encourage her to go do something, and then when she does it, he ruins it, basically, which is true. It's true. People are like this. I have experienced it before. People are like this. It is crazy. Like, they want to be the good person in their eyes, but then in the end, they get off on ruining whatever fun you have. Like, I don't get it with people. But anyways, yeah, so her sister's telling it like it is. Like, he's sitting there trying to ruin her day. And then she also said if he can't get in touch with Jade, he'll call her friends, and everything, which is, I'm sorry, utterly crazy. Like, you gotta be insane to be sitting in jail and think you have the right to call her, right to call her all the time, let alone her friends as well, and her sisters. Like, dude, I'm surprised one of them haven't gone off. Like, she doesn't have, like, Jade needs a couple of, I hate to say it, but hoodlums. She needs some hoodlum friends. Like, I've had plenty of hoodlum friends in my lifetime, and they will not give a crap. They will tell you like it is. Jade needs one of those friends to sit there and cuss him out if he ever tries to sit there and talk to her or talk to her friends like that. Like, that's insane. I don't even like him like that. I mean, like that. I don't like him anymore. Like, first episode, don't even like him, dude. Don't even like him. So, yeah, so guess what happens? He ends up calling her friend. The really pretty one, Carrie, I think her name was. Yeah. He ends up calling that one and calling her phone. And next thing you know, you see you see her sister Jess sitting there taking the cardboard cutout and kicking it into the pool. So that's where we end off in this episode. So yeah, this is the ending. Yeah, it's just crazy. I think that I don't know how long they're going to last. Oh, and also her sister said if Chris didn't have all the money he had, Jade wouldn't even be there. So therefore, it's kind of hard to feel sorry for Jade, knowing that she wouldn't put up with him if he didn't have all the money. Like, it to me, it's different if you're out of like a trauma response, and it very well could be on her as well. But if it's just for the money, it's hard to feel sorry for people that are willing to do that to live a nice lifestyle, because there's so many people out there that literally cannot leave their situations due to trauma, due to, finance, like just literally not being going to be homeless if they do leave. You know what I mean? Like, literally zero money. So, y'all, let's keep on tracking this couple, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be interesting, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of arguments, at least with how Love During Lockup is. It's not really as juicy, as entertaining as the other ones, because ain't nothing like a person-to-person fight. This whole phone call fights ain't as good as a person-person. But anywho, we're going to get on to this episode. I have this recap for this one, and then like my other ones, just going to do it in different couples. So different video for different couples. So I'll be doing this one and another one today, and hopefully the other ones tomorrow and Thursday. So y'all have a great day. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.